Hello you guys, welcome back to another big mango tree. I'm coming to you from my school. I just wanted to change up the scenery a little bit. How are you guys? Doing good? But yeah, what I wanted to do was answer this question that a nice young person, I would like to say, asks. They may be going into their next step in art school and is curious about mine. So for some information that I've said many times, I go to Kennesaw State University in Georgia. I am currently a senior and I'm doing digital animation as my major. So when I entered the school, it was the very first year that actually brought the major to the school. They had arts and all those kinds of stuff, but they didn't have an animation course. So when I got in, they had just got it. And with that, a lot of stuff has changed. The recommendations to get in, the requirements, that's the word, the requirements to get in has changed. When I got in, I had to submit at least 12 portfolio pieces and an essay. And I had to make sure they were cropped and sized and digitally imported into a, a database. And I had to give a description to each and every one. And but looking and researching again, it has changed. I'm gonna share, hold on. So again, when I started at school, I had to submit 12 works, but now you only have to submit 4. You have to submit 4 different pieces of artwork, and they even give you instructions on what they're looking for. So one, they said submit your best technical work. This artwork demonstrates your, sorry for all the noise, I'm in my school and it's very hard to find a quiet place to film, and I didn't want to film outside because then I would have to try and diminish the background noise, and I ain't into all of that. This is just supposed to be an easy video, but I digress. Let's carry on. So number one, they want a technical artwork. This artwork demonstrates your preferred strongest media and technique with that media. So if you're good at charcoal, digital, oil paint, watercolors, pick which media you use the best and execute. You see me? Your best imaginative work. This artwork is something created from imagination with a little resilience on direct reference. So this one, you could be expressive, very expressive. They want to see where your creative mind is. Your third work is how you sketch out an idea for art. So this is like, if you're, for example, let's just say you have an idea for this fantastical artwork and fantastical medieval artwork. So what they want with this artwork is for you to show sketches, how you get to the final detail of the final piece. You see me? So your little thumbnails, your sketches, your multiple poses, your color theories and stuff like that that you did to get your final results. And your last piece is a wild card. So you can pick anything you want. Pick your best piece of everything you ever did and just put it in there. And that's what they want to see. And then the last one is a 200-word artist statement. So you tell them they want they give you some prompts. So they say, using Microsoft Word or a similar word processing tool, please tell us why you want to become an art student at KSU School of Art and Design. What do you see yourself doing? Using art as a profession? What are your goals in the program over the next 4 years? Tell us about yourself and your interests as well. So this one, you could go and tell them a little bit about yourselves, get personal, let them know about your passion, your dreams. And yeah, like I remember doing the essay, but I wish I only had to submit 4 pieces. I submitted 12, and it wasn't really hard because I'm a transfer student, if you didn't know, and I already had work from my previous 2 schools that I went to. So it wasn't really hard to make up something or throw something together. Pretty simple. I just had to take pictures because I was mainly a traditional artist, and I didn't even know that I got accepted into the art school. Is when I went to meet a teacher who tried to look into whether I'm in the school or not, and he told me, yeah, you're in the school, and I was like, oh, okay, that's good. That's fine, I guess, whatever. And they used to have portfolio nights. I'm not sure if they have them anymore because of COVID. They used to bring over like high school students who wanted to come to the art program, and they could see us in class and how we operate and stuff like that. If that is what you're looking for, contact the departments and see how you can get into the school. I mean, they're not gonna check your IDs. So if you're like, oh, I'm gonna come to the art school on a Monday, what they're gonna tell you to do? Leave? They're not gonna tell you to leave. There's nobody guarding the door. So if you're just curious, you can come up and just look around, talk to some teachers. Like I had I think it was before COVID, there was a Southern that came to one of my classes and just sat in. And then after he spoke to, sorry, there's like a little ledge and you can see outside. And then after he and his dad spoke to the teacher after class, and the teachers here are very nice, they're very chill. If you just ask politely, they will more than likely let you sit into one of their classes just to get a feel of how they teach. Portfolio has a deadline. It is not a requirement to actually come to Kennesaw. It is a requirement to actually get into the school. So let's just say you're a freshman, you're coming into Kennesaw State University as an art major. You're not technically an art major as yet because you haven't gotten into the school. It is not a requirement to enroll into Kennesaw University. But if you want to graduate with an art degree, you have to get the portfolio. You see me? So you could be a freshman and you try once but you fail because maybe you don't have all this technical work and your art hasn't really advanced that much, so you didn't meet the requirements. So you try a second time and you make it, and now you are a sophomore. You're a sophomore, so as a sophomore, you finally make it into the art college. At least that's how I understood it. Like, that's how I understood the requirements. Like, you didn't need it to enter Kennesaw State University. You just needed to pass the portfolio to get your degree and actually go into the final part, which is the curriculum. You see me? Okay, so a BFA in animation at Kennesaw State University is 123 credits. So the first half is your generals. You have your essential skills, which is composition and your math. You have critical thinking, humanities/fine arts, your science, math and technologies, and your social sciences. So if you're not like me who transferred in and did all of that at a community college, then you're gonna have to do all of that. I transferred in and did most of my stuff, and but they made me do back over calculus. Like, I got a C at my old school and I got a C here. Like, it's the same thing, but they made me do it back over. I guess a C here is better than a C in community college, but you know me, it don't make no sense to me, but whatever. Then the second half is when you actually get into your art requirements. So the first, which is F, if you go on to Kennesaw State University and look at the curriculum, you can see all of the stuff that is needed for your major. And I would say print one of these out and plan out your semesters, because that's what I do, because the way college is, you are not guaranteed a spot in any class. So plan it out, know which ones that you absolutely need, and then maybe if you're taking 4 classes a semester, then the other 2 could be like little fun classes that don't need a prerequisite. You see me? So the first one is art major requirements. So that's 2D design and color theory, drawing 1, 3D design, drawing 2, computer applications in art, and concept creativity and studio practice. These are little fun classes to get your palette wet for art and see if you really like it and what's not. Then you have the art history. I enjoy my art history because my teacher really enjoys talking about art and the paintings. Women in art history was my favorite class, I would have to say. And then I think this is a requirement. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but history of illustration, that's a requirement for art history. Is it? Yes, it is. So I was right. I was right. A requirement is also ancient medieval art and Renaissance modern art. All of these classes are fun. I love history. Like, ask me to write an essay and I cannot. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, me and English and composition and that kind of stuff was never friends. Is English my first language? Yes, but that's not the point. That is not the point. I don't like it. But listening to history and learning about it is absolutely great. I enjoy that shit. I enjoy it a lot. And then after you get that out of the way, you have your animation course. So you have foundation animation, electronic illustration, figure drawing, painting 1, motion graphics, storyboard composition, environments for animation, character development, digital animation production 1 and 2. So those fight to get into them, because especially if you're not like a senior, because senior classes open. These open for seniors before freshmen, juniors and sophomores. If you're a freshman, I don't think you will be doing them, but juniors and sophomores. And if you don't get in, you're not getting them at all. Like, oh, during enrollment time, registration time is just frustrating. And let me finish this. I have some more to add, but let me finish this. And then the last course is animation studio. So you could take any one of these 4 classes up to 3 times and in total you have to do 15 credits. So if you like, so there are advanced study in figure, concept art, 3D modeling, digital animation studio. So if you're more into character design, I would say take advanced study in figure, in the figure. It's really helpful for poses. You do a lot of figure, like live figure drawings and stuff like that. So if you're really into character design, do that. If you're into more viz dev, visual development for like films and stuff, then you could do concept art. If you want to do 3D, because the animation is going into 3D and stuff like that, then you could do 3D modeling. They do not as yet have a 3D animation class, but the teacher does teach you a little bit of animation with Maya. And they have a digital animation studio. So the first digital animation studio class, you do some more little pieces where, what's the word? You could like add them to your portfolio, but the second one is where it helps you work on your student film. That's basically it. And then a third one, it just helping you work on your student film, clean up your stuff so that your portfolio, and you're ready to graduate. Right, is your senior capstone, and in that one is basically helping you get ready to graduate. So stuff to do with your senior film, helping you get out into the art world, the art industry world, and so on and so forth. What I would say for this, if you are very introverted like me, don't be introverted. Find a friend. Like, yes, find a friend, because the art industry is very who knows who. Yes, your skills can get you there, but like every industry is very who knows who. And if one of your friends from college just happen to remember you and be like, oh, I remember Theo, she's a good artist. I'm like, you should help her out with this next, she can help out with this next film, and it will be beneficial to you as an artist, and so on and so forth. So try your best to network in this industry. So I will give my experience at Kennesaw State University as a whole a 9.5. Yeah, 9.5. You can always give something a 10. A 9.5, I would say, is because it's mostly me, because I haven't immersed myself in the college lifestyle, like clubs and staying on campus for activities I have to work. So doing all of that is not really part of my time. But if you have the time and you're privileged enough to participate in clubs, participate in being in different activities in school, do it. You will not regret it. It's just that I didn't have the opportunities to. So I'll be graduating next semester. Yay! I am so excited because I've been in school for way too long. I need to get out. Like, I've been in school for way too long. I would have graduated a long time ago, but God got his plan, you see me? God got his plan. But yeah, if this video was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Ask me any questions that you have about art school or art in general. I'll be happy to answer them in any video. And it has been a pleasure. So please like, share, and subscribe to your mother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, the dog down the road. I will appreciate every reference. Thank you. Have a good day.